Highway Patrol staying right behind it, definitely established into the Burbank area right now. Olive's going to be one of the off-ramps that we're coming up on, but this car continues to move, continues to elude officers, and continues to put public at risk. Now, what the original wand is just reckless driving and speed. So if he would have just pulled over, probably just some sort of ticket, maybe something else. But right now, you've got all this other stuff just adding up on there, eluding the officers. This is all going to be a problem when this comes to an end. Hopefully it's going to come to an end some sort of peacefully, where the vehicle is either just going to pull over and stop, run out of fuel. We don't want to see this thing colliding with anything, not another vehicle, not anything stationary either. We're just passing Olive right now. Their speeds have actually slowed. It's odd to say, have slowed to 90 miles an hour. California Highway Patrol still behind it, helicopter still above it. Calls are being made. They're talking about handing it off to another CHP division. Already passing Magnolia, so gives you an idea how fast we're clicking these streets off. And we're going to be in the Burbank area still, but we're heading out of the Burbank area. I'm listening in. They're talking about maybe dropping back, but we got to wait and see if that actually happens. Go ahead, Jeff. Oh no, just letting you know, we're just passing the media center out here, northbound 5. These speeds continue to keep moving, and you can see how the public's reacting. Sometimes when this car is passing at those high speeds, you'll see the cars kind of move out of the way quickly. It's kind of shocking. It's unnerving. You see something blur by you. You're on the freeway doing your 70 or whatever, and then you've got a car passing you at 30, maybe 40 miles an hour faster, and then you see the flashing lights from the officers behind that. It could be unnerving for the public. That could cause an accident as well. Right now, though, they just want this vehicle to pull over. The California Highway, I understand the Highway Patrol is getting the V8 models, so these very powerful cars. Earlier on, though, they were right behind it. This one's giving it a little bit more space. Now, we've been watching a lot of these law enforcement agencies. They've been changing up their tactics on how they handle these pursuits. California Highway Patrol, they're the only ones that are really staying solid with the, you know what, you're not stopping, we're going to chase you. And this is what's going on this evening. Lights and sirens trying to notify. There we go. We're going to be doing a freeway change right there. Looks like we're going to be doing this is going to be on the 5, northbound 5, I believe, is what we're going to be transitioning onto. Now, on these transition roads, you got a lot of traffic right there. Car driving a little bit slower, so that's a good sign. But right now, this car is still evading at high speeds. California Highway Patrol right behind it. The light also being provided by California Highway Patrol this evening. High speeds for sure. I can tell you right now that our helicopter tracking, we're going 98 miles an hour. we are coming up on the 110, 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was just listening in on the CHP. They're saying this is a 2017 Mercedes sedan. There's right now the last call from the officer right behind it saying over 100 miles an hour, northbound 5. We're already starting to get into the Atwater Village area. We're going to be coming up on the Los Feliz exit. So this car moving out very quickly. It's always kind of wondering why they're going in the direction they're going. Possibly it's just because it's convenient. Right now, though, California Highway Patrol not letting up. There's no talk about them letting this up. And, of course, any kind of tactics to bring this to an end, besides staying behind it, is they just don't have those opportunities right now, especially these high speeds, that type of vehicle. There's no way they're going to do a pit maneuver. But I just heard it say 107 miles an hour northbound on the 5, the #1 lane. So this car's still moving out. We're going to be coming up here on Los Feliz here in just a moment. You can see traffic very light. That's a huge plus for everybody involved. But still, at these high speeds, if something goes wrong, this could end very, very badly. And you can see right there, just those little bumps, the vehicle going at 100 miles an hour, it's going to affect that car just a little bit differently. And I would assume that the driver, not trained for these type of high speeds, so you always got to worry about what's going to happen with that suspect. Something unexpected, like driving here in the emergency lane, making these maneuvers. There's a lot of debris in those lanes. You don't want to pick up something, get a flat tire. Now he's starting to move a little bit more into the middle. The 2 could be coming up here in just a moment, but he's really starting to get close to these other vehicles. It's getting a little unnerving, and you can see that it's moving. Extremely high speeds this evening. California Highway Patrol behind it, helicopter above. They're still following pullover. Already coming up on the 134. Jeez.